The Baltimore Ravens, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Need I say more? Saturday, 4:30, M&T Bank Stadium. Ravens 9-5, Steelers 10-4. Ravens clinch a playoff berth, keep pace in the AFC North with the win. Steelers can clinch the division with the win on Saturday. God's favorite host, Week 16. We ain't new to this. We true to this. We've done 15 of these. We got Week 16. Ravens, Steelers on Fox. Still on that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Bulldoze that bell. Let me know how you're feeling down below. Who wins? X Factors, keys to the game. Who wins the division? What are you doing for the holidays? Let me know down below. Any comment helps us out tremendously in the YouTube algorithm, where we love to be with in the YouTube algorithm. And that helps us out with your comments. Let's get into it. I don't have really much to say as far as wasting your time. If you didn't see already, check out my Deontay Johnson video that dropped. We got into that situation, kind of put an end to it. We'll leave it in the past. The Ravens and Steelers look to write their next chapter in their historic rivalry. Ravens 9-5, Steelers 10-4, 4:30 Saturday. Primetime kickoff on Fox 45, channel Fox 5 in DC, the Fox affiliate, wherever you may be. We get the A-team, Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, the GOAT. He has experience against the Ravens. He has experience against the Steelers. So hearing that will be great. Aaron Andrews on the sideline, Tom Rinaldi on the sideline, and on your radio affiliates, the 98 Rocks, the Sirius XMs, the Westwood Ones, all of those stations as well. Looking at the all-time series, the Steelers lead the all-time series 36-25. This does include the postseason. Pittsburgh has won 8 of the last 9, all by 7 points or fewer. The Ravens' last victory came in 2022 when Baltimore beat the Steelers 16-14. Lamar Jackson got hurt in that game. Tyler Huntley came into the game and they won. This eventually led to, I believe, they had the third string quarterback in there as well. So, weird game. And there's always a lot of weird games with the Ravens and Steelers. And I say this all the time when they match up, when divisional teams play. You take the records, you take the roster, you take who's playing, you take who's not playing, you shred it, you forget about it, you burn it, and you throw it out the window because it doesn't matter. The Ravens lost to the Steelers in Week 11, 18-16. We remember that game. The Ravens didn't even give up a touchdown defensively, but 6 Chris Boswell field goals, 2 Justin Tucker misses, and that pretty much doomed the Ravens in that game. The Ravens do have the Texans and the Browns. The Steelers have the Chiefs and the Bengals. The Ravens win. They clinch a playoff berth. They win out. They win the division outright. Lamar Jackson, 1-4 against the Steelers in his career. He's 66-20 against everyone else. They've been held to 20 points or fewer in Jackson's last 3 starts against the Steelers, and he's never thrown more than 2 touchdowns. He did have a Jackson 5 touchdown performance against the Giants, and he is for the first time since 2020 at home. He's going to have fans. Well, 2020 he didn't even have fans, but last year, 2023, they were the number 1 seed. They clinched everything. He didn't play. 2019, they clinched everything. He didn't play. Other years, he was hurt. So this is the first home game he will have fans against the Steelers. Penalties and turnovers. The Ravens lead the NFL in penalties. Most penalty yards, pretty much 1,000. And the Steelers lead the NFL in takeaways with 30. 15 fumble recoveries, 2 of which came in Week 11 against the Ravens. The Ravens had 12 penalties last week against the Giants. They had the same number in the Week 11 loss to the Steelers, as well. The Ravens would indeed draw even with the Steelers with this win, as they could win the division and have a home game. But the only way to happen is to win on Sunday, because if the Steelers win, they're getting hats and t-shirts in your building. Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh have matched up 37 times, pretty much right down the middle, even though Tomlin has had recent dominance. That is second to only George Halas and Curly Lambeau, who met 49 times between 1921 and indeed 1953. So one of the longest tenured rivalries, one of the longest tenured coaching matchups. It will be indeed something great to see on Sunday afternoon, or Saturday afternoon. I'm saying Sunday. It's a Saturday game. We're thrown off. Everything's a day earlier. Everything's a day ahead of time. But let's get to the injury report. We heard Rashad Bateman was in a walking boot this week. He didn't practice on Thursday. Nelson Aguilar, he's out with the concussion. Jalen Armour Davis, he's out. Daniel Fa'alele was limited. He's questionable. Adisa Isaac looks like he's going to play. TJ Tampa, he's going to be back off of IR. Sanasi Kane looks like he's going to be back. Adafe Always looks good to go. Ardarius Washington looks good to go. But they did call up Anthony Miller, cut Deontay Johnson, sign Desmond King. So it looks like Bateman may not play tomorrow with those moves. I don't know. But it's no Deshaun Elliott, no George Pickens, which is probably the biggest injury out of any team. And we learned that TJ Watt will indeed play on Sunday. So the Ravens injury report was light at the beginning of the week. Now at the end of the week, heading into a Saturday game, it is pretty much filled to the brim. It is names that we did not know, names that we did not expect to see, and they're on it. Like I said, it looks like Bateman may not play if they're going with Mr. Miller and Desmond King. But if you want to dress like the pros, you want to dress like the athletes, you want to dress like your favorite Raven, they're going all purple, as you see Isaiah Likely. Good that we see him because he's going to be a big part of this game. A Saturday 4:30 start, everybody. I keep saying Sunday, but a Saturday 4:30 start, which they will be wearing the all purple. So if you want to dress like your favorite Raven, you want to dress like the pros, which you know you love to do, which I love to do, we're going with the all purple look on Saturday afternoon. Let's get to the festivities for Saturday. Eric Weddle is a legend of the game. We got the pregame Miller Lite Gatehouse. The giveaway will be cold. We have the mittens presented by Lido Pizza, holiday light show at halftime, wristband with the light show, marching band performance, the pregame flyover, and the introductions of the offense. So there you go, all your information right there for the Steelers and the Ravens on Saturday afternoon. As you can see, let's get to the numbers. We see TJ Watt is going to be playing 8 out of the last 9 for the Steelers. They can clinch the division. It's going to be cold in Baltimore. It's going to be 35 degrees, partly cloudy. As you can see, like I said, no Deshaun Elliott, no George Pickens. Deshaun Elliott, their leading tackler, or second leading tackler, behind Patrick Queen, former Raven. So he returns to Baltimore as well. As mentioned, no Nelson Aguilar. Bateman is questionable, but they did bring up Anthony Miller. So we will indeed see what happens there. And the Ravens are fortunate. Like I said, they have a lot of names on the injury report, but it does look like a situation that is going to be where most of the Ravens players are on the field. As mentioned, TJ Tampa's going to be back. We got the health of Daniel Fa'alele. Well, the Ravens should be good, even if there is indeed no Bateman on Saturday. Lamar Jackson, 34 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, on his way to 4,000 yards. Zay Flowers on his way to 1,000 yards. Derrick Henry on his way to 1,500 yards. Russell Wilson, 13 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, as he is now the Steelers' number one QB. Let's get to the keys to the game, everybody. Let's get to those keys, as we love to do each and every week. Number one, less than 5 penalties on offense. We heard about the penalties. You don't want to beat yourself. Penalties and turnovers doomed you against the Steelers and missed special teams opportunities, but no more than 5, less than 5 penalties against the Steelers. Secondly, no turnovers. Turnovers doomed you last time. No turnovers against the Steelers. Derrick Henry fumble, the interceptions, no turnovers. Thirdly, Lamar, just be Lamar. Don't press it. Don't try to make the superhuman play. Take what the defense gives you. You don't have to press against the Steelers. Just be Lamar. If you're Lamar, we're going to win. Next, we know it may be no Bateman. He may not be 100%. They may put more pressure on Flowers. Look for the tight ends of Andrews and Likely. They have the advantage against their linebackers. I would like to see them combine for over 100 yards. Defensively, less than 5 penalties. Make them one-dimensional. Stop the run. Thirdly, make Russell Wilson get rid of the ball quickly. He likes to hold the ball, move around, throw those moon balls. It'll be windy. Won't see probably a lot of those tomorrow, especially with no George Pickens. With no George Pickens, no big plays. We have to tackle well. They throw a lot to the running backs. Without George Pickens, come up, tackle well. They're going to try to dink and dunk you, as an extension of the running game. Tackle well. Lastly, limit them to touchdowns in the red zone. We held them to 18 points last time, 6 field goals. You do that again, I like our chances against the Steelers. Special teams, you really just got to be the better special teams. You got to make your kicks. You got to return. You can't have penalties on the returns. You have to not fumble the ball. Be mindful of where you're catching the ball on the kickoff or punt. Be the better special teams. So offensively, less than 5 turnovers, no turnovers. Lamar be Lamar. Mark Andrews and likely combined for over 100 yards. And if I could put a fifth key, win time of possession. Pittsburgh dominated time of possession last time. Win time of possession. Andrews and likely over 100. Lamar be Lamar. No turnovers and less than 5 penalties. Defensively, less than 5 penalties. Make them one-dimensionals. Make Russell Wilson get rid of the ball quickly. Make him hold it. No big plays. Tackle well. And limit them to touchdowns in the red zone. In special teams, you have to be the better special teams. We did hear today or this week that the crew is Bill Vinovich's team, who has called 122 penalties, over 20 pass interference calls, and they average about, how many penalties a game do they average? I just had the number. They average about 16 a game. So we just saw the Ravens with 12. The Steelers get 4. We're at 16. This is a primetime matchup. This is a matchup everyone wants to see. The world will be watching. We don't want penalties. We don't want the referees being the stars of the game. Let's hope that this team, this crew, does not influence the game entirely. If we're going to get into picks, I think the Ravens win here. I think the Ravens need to win here. I think they should win here. They should have won Week 11. We can't mess around. If the Ravens do want to win the division, it's their last shot. You don't want Pittsburgh beating you again at home. You don't want Pittsburgh beating you again with all of your players healthy. You don't want Lamar Jackson to fall to 1-5 against the Steelers. You don't want to have to start your playoffs on the road where a home playoff game is unlikely. Even though I think the Ravens could win anyway, I'm not really pressed about the home field. It would then set you up probably looking at maybe a 3 seed, possibly. If the AFC potentially playing one of the AFC West teams who you already beat, I guess. So I think it's going to be a fun game. It's going to be cold if you're going to the game. Be safe. The Ravens need this game. I think Harbaugh knows that. I don't think they're going to be as tight as they were going into Week 11. They've been puckering it up all week. They seem to be locked in. They seem to be focused. They're going to come out and play their game. I think if Lamar's Lamar, they're the best team on the field. They do what they're supposed to do, special teams. They don't turn the ball over. They don't commit stupid penalties. And these are things we can say every week. But the distraction of Deontay Johnson is gone. If you don't have Bateman, we'll find out probably leading into the game time. But you have Zay Flowers. You got the 2 tight ends. You got Justice Hill. You got Tez Walker last week who showed some flashes. Tylen Wallace. So use these guys and give it to Derrick Henry. Give it to Henry. Let's get Henry 20 to 25 carries. That will be imperative for the Ravens to get their 10th win of the season. Tied with the Steelers. And with 2 games left, they can win the division and have a home game. But what say you? It's going to be fun. What a way to kick off your holiday weekend. What a way to kick off your football weekend. We got the college football playoff. We got the Ravens on Saturday. We got NFL football on Saturday. And we have, which we will be live for on Saturday night, the Baltimore Ravens post-game show. You know the vibes. You know how we do it after the game. Myself, Big Raj, and others. We recap the game, give you our predictions, or I'll recap our predictions. Look at the keys. Look at how things went well, not so well. Look ahead to the next game. You guys know it's Week 16. We're in the stretch run. The final 3 games of the season, the midst of a 3-game and 11 stretch scheduled for the Ravens, 3 and 11 days. They play on Christmas Wednesday. They beat the Giants. Didn't have to play the fourth quarter. Just came off the bye. They should be rested, ready, motivated to go out and get a win over the Steelers. Get that monkey off your back. Lamar Jackson in their check boxes. That's a super pick. Stiff on that subscribe button. Let us know how you're feeling. Give us your predictions. Comment down below. Keys to the game. Players to watch. X factors. Your score. What are you doing for the holiday? Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All that good stuff. Let us know your favorite Ravens game of the season. Which again for Christmas. Anything in the comment section helps us be in the YouTube algorithm. Hit the like button. Hit the bell. We'll be live after Ravens Steelers tomorrow night. We got a doubleheader of football tomorrow, NFL. We got college as well. We'll talk all about that. And Sunday, we'll have the Commanders preview, the pregame show, and the postgame show reactions as well. Myself, Devontae, the Command Lawyer, the voice of reason, God's favorite host, checking out what we got on the channel. Check out the Deontay Johnson video I just did about the release. And let me know your thoughts on the game. The both games show on Saturday night. No Ravens football on Sunday. Remember Saturday, 4:30 on Fox. Brady, Burkhardt, Rinaldi, and Andrews. I'm getting out of here. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you guys for watching the preview. Let me know your thoughts down below. Relax. It's going to be all right. We're going to beat the Steelers. I'm going with the Ravens 24-14. A 10-point victory to cover the spread, as they are, 7-point favorites, 44.5 over under. So maybe an under, but I'm going 24-14 Ravens. Under, but they cover. So let me know your thoughts. We'll see you for the close game. Ravens get that 10th win, I think, as they will clinch the playoff berth. Have a good day, everybody.